All right, what is up, everybody? How you doing? How you doing? I opted to play the entire theme of The Office because why not? Shane, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm pretty great, pretty great. So, in case you couldn't tell by the theme, today's episode is about The Office, the American version. I don't know why I have to specify because obviously that one's the best one. These are gonna be it's an S.
Um, UK version's okay though.
It's okay, yeah, but this one's the best one.
Maybe
So it's
since
an
we did the two American ones, maybe we should watch the UK one and talk about it sometime.
I think we
Because
should
it's
do
been a
that.
while since I've seen it.
Sure. We'll do that. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Okay, so what is your it's an Ask Reddit, it's what is your favorite The Office quote? So the top quote. You wanna guess what the top quote is? Or do you want to say your favorite quote first?
Okay, so I just recently watched an interview with the guy who plays Ryan, and
BJ
they
Novak.
asked him who what his yeah he they asked him what your favorite your favorite character is on The Office, and he said, I know most people like won't pick Michael Scott because he's a main character. And they'll pick like a side character to show how deep they are for watching The Office and all that stuff. Um, and my first thought was I don't want to go with like one that I always see on the internet and like all this stuff. But I think my favorite scene in like dialogue is the rumors episode, and because for those who don't know, I somewhat run the Twitter. I've done a horrible job lately. But anyways, actually I've been picking up. Anyways, um, when Kevin asked Andy if he likes tea as much as he likes men's butts, it gets me every time.
Yeah.
That one and the one that we said before where he lives on Sesame Street, dumbass. And I don't know. That's my two underrated lines. Like people don't usually bring those up in conversation.
Sure.
And of course, obviously, I think my I don't know if I guess that's the best quote, favorite quote, whatever, is the one Andy's one saying, "I wish I knew I was in the good old days,"
Like while I wish
and
I
not
knew it was
not
what it is
looking.
while
Yeah,
it's happening. Yeah.
yeah.
That one's really
Because I
good.
mean, because that's all Andy was though. Because like while he was at the office, he always talked about Cornell, and now he's at Cornell, and now he was only thinking about the office. So like
Uh-huh.
it's just a cycle he gets in. But anyways, what's
Hindsight's
your favorite
2020.
quote?
So I guess I'll go with your thing and quote that I like that's like really underrated. Probably be oh no, wait, no, that's from Anchorman. Never mind. I don't know why I thought of the 60% of the time it works every time. But that's from Anchorman.
That's
Um,
Anchorman.
I guess one that I like that's really underrated is probably let's see. It's just it's just so good. It's like wow. I guess I can't think of one. Um. Okay.
It's
Okay.
just a well written show, so all of it.
I thought of so that's just one. It's not like one of my favorites, but it's one that like makes me fucking laugh every time. It's the one where it's the Bell Snickle episode, the Christmas episode in
Okay.
the last season.
Yeah.
Um, Daryl is really mad that Jim didn't offer him the job or whatever at Athlete, and he was really drunk because he kept drinking the spiked punch. And he's like, you know what?
Yeah.
Meredith's kind of cute. And I'll say it. That always makes me laugh because it's
Mhm.
like fuck it, she's cute. But one that's all always out there is any that's what she said is the best. But the
Yeah.
one where Michael is trying to be like not saying anything sexual, whatever, and like Jan and like the Dunder Mifflin lawyer is there and stuff, and Jim is like, "Well, you always left me satisfied and smiling and all that stuff," and he's just like, "That's what she said." And that was funny. Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Okay. So number one. Okay. There's a couple I think it could be. What do I think it is? Okay, I'm just gonna go with the most obvious one. It's Dwight, you ignorant slut. I can't
Dwight,
even
you
say the
ignorant
fucking
slut.
word again.
No, it's not
Yeah.
that one, but that's a good one. No, it's Toby is in HR, which technically means he works for corporate. So he's really not part of our family. Also, he's divorced, so he's really not part of his family. And then right below it in the same comment says, if I had a gun with 2 bullets and I was in a room with Hitler, Bin Laden, and Toby, I would shoot Toby twice. That one's funny. That one's funny.
Well, I'm impressed because usually when it's The Office, it's either
Dwight, you
obviously
ignorant
that's what
slut.
she said.
Yeah.
Dwight, you're an innocent slut. Would I be feared or loved? I'd rather people fear how much they love me. I don't know. There's always like those handful that just like it's like The Office is more than that. Oh, another one just came to my mind is Michael's speech about your hoe being not your hoe no mo.
Mm-hmm.
It gets me every time. Anything Michael says, it just gets me every time.
So it's funny you said this one. Would I rather be feared or loved? Easy, both. I want people to be afraid of how much they love me.
Yeah.
Well, well, well. How the turntables. That one's good.
Well, 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 well. That's 6 wells. See, I can count now, Dwight.
Oh man. Okay. Don't ever, for any reason, do anything to anyone for any reason ever, no matter what, no matter where, or who you're with, or what you're going, where you're going, or where you've been, ever, for any reason whatsoever. Michael Scott. I believe that was from Scott's Tots. Butt liquor. Our prices have never been lower. Dwight, you ignorant slut. Yeah. I declare bankruptcy! I see your situation, and I'll raise you a situation. Your company is losing clients left and right. You have a stockholder meeting coming up, and you're going to have to explain to them why most of your profitable branch is bleeding. So they may be looking for a little change in the CFO. So I don't think I need to wait out Dunder Mifflin. I think I just have to wait out you. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was good, but I was expecting it to be one of the funnier ones.
But that's a good line. Like that's Michael Scott actually showing some brains and like, hey, he's not just an idiot. No, I'm still not saying that Michael Scott was ever an idiot, but
Yeah. I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious. I hate so much about the things that you choose to be. Now you may look around and see 2 groups here, white collar and blue collar, but I don't see it that way. And you know why not? Because I'm colorblind. This is the one I was hoping to see. Okay. What is my perfect crime? I break into Tiffany's at midnight. Do I go for the vault? No, I go for the chandelier. It's priceless. As I'm taking it down, a woman catches me. She tells me to stop. It's her father's business. She's Tiffany. I say no. We make love all night. In the morning, the cops come and I escape in one of her uniforms. I tell her to meet me in Mexico, but I go to Canada. I don't trust her. Besides, I like the cold. 30 years later, I get a postcard. I have a son, and he's the chief of the police. This is where the story gets interesting. I tell Tiffany to meet me in Paris by the Trocadero, whatever. She's been waiting for me all these years. She's never taken another lover. I don't care. I don't show up. I go to Berlin. That's where I stash the chandelier. Oh, that one's so good. I wish there was a way for you to know you're in the good old days before you've actually left them. Yeah.
yeah.
True. In the words of the great Abraham Lincoln, if you're a racist, I will attack you with the North.
But Ben Franklin's kind of a creep.
Yeah. You're paying way too much for worms, man. Who's your worm guy? That one's good. I always think one step ahead. Like a carpenter that makes stairs. That was Andy. I knew exactly what to do, but in much more real sense, I had no idea what to do. Hashtag me in real life. In the wild, there is no health care. In the wild, health care is, ow, I hurt my leg, I can't run. A lion eats me, I'm dead. Well, I'm not dead. I'm the lion. You're dead. Gotta love Dwight. You don't call retarded people retards. It's bad taste. You call your friends retards when they're being retarded. If we came across somebody with no arms or legs, do we bother resuscitating them? I mean, what kind of quality of life do we have there? No arms of life is basically how. Wait, what? No arms or legs is basically how you exist right now, Kevin. You don't do anything. Oh my god. Everybody always says this one too. Bears beats Battlestar Galactica.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I think I just had one on my time hop show up of the office quote. I put it as a Facebook status or Twitter
Really?
tweet. Let me see if I can find it.
This has an Okie afterbirth. Why waste time? Say lot. Oh, why waste time? Say lot word when few word do trick. When me president, they see. They see.
Okay, so 5 years ago, I said, if I can't scuba, then what's the point? Then what's this all about? What have I been working towards? I wish I could talk today. It'd be great.
Hey, you're home from work, man. You're just throwing you off your groove. That's what it is.
I guess.
It all seems so very. Oh my God. Yes. It all seems so very arbitrary. I applied for a job at this company because they were hiring. I took a desk in the back because it was empty. But no matter how you get there or where you end up, human beings have this miraculous gift to make that place home. Okay. Let's do this.
It's just it's just human natural.
Just human natural. Jim, would you prefer a nature metaphor or a sexual metaphor? Oh God, nature, please. When two animals are having sex, one of them is communicating a message to the other. Nothing is mutual. This isn't very helpful. You're going to want to hear the sexual metaphor. Was that not the... All life is sex, and all sex is competition. Gotta love Robert California, man.
Well, Frank Underwood said all life is sex, but sex is power, or something like that.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
That's House of Cards. But can we talk about House of Cards anymore? Because I
Hey,
kicked him off, and he's
yeah,
like
we
that.
don't want Kevin Spacey to come rape us. Women are like wolves. If you want a wolf, you have to trap it. You have to snare it. And then you have to tame it. Keep it happy. Care for it. Feed it. Lovingly, the way an animal deserves to be loved. And my animal deserves a lot of loving. Holly, you and I are soup snakes. I just want to be friends. Plus a little extra. Also, I love you.
Is that Dwight?
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Scott, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Make our dreams come true. I love Scott's Tyson.
I told Stacy the Eagles clinched the NFC playoffs, and she said we're through.
Oh man.
Whatever.
R is one of the most
fine.
menacing sounds. That's why they call it murder, not muck duck. Lord, beer me strength. Hey, beer me that ox groin. Whenever I'm out to do something, I think, would an idiot do that? And if they would, I do not do that thing.
I just watched that episode.
Yeah?
Oh yeah. So
Oh.
I need to make a correction to the podcast because I don't know if we said this before the last time we recorded, but in the episode that was released on this Monday, which is what, the 5th, Josh says that Jim was in Stanford for Pam's art show. He was in fact back in Scranton, pretending he was a vampire. Just want to put that on out there in the world that while they probably weren't talking because he was with Karen, he was actually in Scranton.
Here's something I want to put out there too, people. Shane is in love with Jim. That's why he hates him so much.
Like I said, there's sometimes where I like him, there's sometimes where I don't. I don't know. It depends what's going on in my life, I guess.
Okay, so I want to preface this. I used to watch The Office all the time Like, well, not all the time, but off and on whenever it was on TV, when it was like on, they're still running, and then I stopped watching it, and then I was like, oh hey, it's on Netflix. I'm gonna go ahead and watch this. So this was the first quote that made me laugh out loud, like a deep belly laugh, because I had forgotten its humor. Okay, if I have to do this based on stereotypes that are totally untrue, that I do not agree with, you would maybe not be a very good driver. And Dwight says, oh man, am I a woman?
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. Okay. Someone said everything Creed says. What's the ratio of Stanley Nichols to Shroot Bucks? The same as the ratio of unicorns to leprechauns. Okay, here we go. Bros before hoes. Why? Because your bros are always there for you. They've always got your back after your hoe rips your heart out for no good reason. And you are nothing but great to your hoe. And you told her she was the only hoe for you. And she was better than all the other hoes in the world. And then suddenly, she's not your hoe no mo, says Michael Scott. The eyes of the groin of the head, Mr. Dwight Schrute. I'm a decent baiter. My cousin Mose, he's a master baiter. Hey, brah, I've been meaning to ask you, can we get some Red Bull for these things? Sometimes the guy's got to ride the bull, am I right? Later, skater. He used the fucking ink from the copy machine. Oh my god. Boy, did you lose your mind, because I'll help you find it. That's a good one, too. That's a good one. And then somebody said, that's what she said. And somebody commented, what episode was this from? Let's see. I love inside jokes. Love to be a part of one someday. And I'm not superstitious. I can be a little stitious,
Yeah.
Let's see. Why are you the way that you are? Honestly, every time I try to do something fun or exciting, you make it not that way. I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
See, the thing I didn't get, okay, I get why he was on the show and all that, but how is it when Dwight was manager, it's so easy for him just to fire Toby? Why couldn't Michael just do that?
Well, he needed cause. And Toby never really, he never really did anything bad, like, that would make him get fired.
Actually, Pennsylvania's an at-will state.
Really?
They can fire you. Yeah, they can fire you no matter what.
Well, maybe Pennsylvania, but see, Thunder Mifflin is the corporate was in New York City, so maybe it was more of a, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it was more of a corporate ruling instead of. Also, it's a TV show.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
No,
but
yeah.
It was always. Watching it, I always got the feel like it was just like a small paper company, and then like when they go to New York and like see like the stock on the ticker and everything, it's just like, oh yeah, this is like a bigger company than like this one little thing. It's only because we only see Scranton 98% of the time that like it just seems like it's a small paper company.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so here we go. Ooh, do the Swedish Chef. I'm not familiar with him. What province is he from? He lives on Sesame Street, dumbass. I love Kevin. I like when he gets like going and he like sticks his tongue out, and like, that's funny. Peach iced tea. You're gonna hate it. Okay. I'm the fucking Lizard King. Oh, there's that ass. Oh, don't take it away. This isn't very okay.
There was another good quote that was on Tom Brady's picture. I think it was on Reddit today, where it said, "Lost Super Bowl, accidentally cross-dressed. It's just been a weird day."
If I can't scuba, what's this all about? There you go. Today, cigarettes are gonna save lives. That's what he started the fire in the office.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna kill myself, and it's your fault.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Somebody, somebody put in quotation marks seasons 1 through 9. That is the best quote.
Yeah.
Let's see. Through concentration, I can raise and lower my cholesterol at will. Why would you want to raise your cholesterol? So I can lower it. Let's see. I'm always thinking one step ahead and like a carpenter building stairs. I already read that.
You said that. You didn't plan that well.
Somebody said he's from Sesame Street, jackass. They're incorrect. And then somebody commented on it like it was nothing. People are fucking idiots. Stanley, you crush your wife during sex and your heart sucks. Another one I like is, who wants to live in a world where Stanley has 2 lovers and I have none? And Stanley's like, I do.
Or when Pam starts yelling, "No more meetings," and like Stanley's like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Or when Jim, when they're having that business seminar with Andy, and the guy from Jim's past comes in, and she's like, "What'd you tell him?" "My mom said you're too stupid to be friends with."
That one's great. So, I'm gonna... Let's see. I'm gonna read something to you after this.
Okay.
Alright, so, one more. You ever notice that you can only ooze 2 things? Sexuality and pus. That's very true. Very true. Yes. Alright, people. Kind of tapered off there at the end because some of these quotes are repeated, but you get the gist. The Office is the best show out there, and if you disagree, fight me. Shane, is there anything else you want to say to that?
Dinkenflicka.
I watched that one yesterday. Goodbye, people. Until the next time we meet.